One of the two. Yeah, so this is a 350Z front cross member. Did the WiseFab rack forward kit. So basically these are rear rack cars. What it does is it will set your steering rack a little bit farther forward to get a better angle for your tie rods when you have angle kits. Normally the mounting point is all the way out here. Now the mounting point is about 3 inches further back, 2.5 inches further back. Yeah, so basically you just cut out. They give you, WiseFab's really cool, they give you a lot of templates. Line up the templates, draw the lines, cut it out. Then you fit their front rack section or their forward rack section in there with the jig that they supply, weld it all in, and it's good to go.
This is a new hood?
Yeah, brand new.
Brand new out the box. They are lighter, so there is some function to it. But
what goes into installing a new hood?
Composite hoods like this, they're pretty weak, so you can't really use the stock latch system. So you have to install pins that hold the hood to the chassis. Takes a lot of care, you know.
That's what you're known for, right? The care.
The precision.
Precision.
So you have to be really careful because you could really tell if they're not in the same spot, you know, side to side.
Oh yeah.
I kind of try to follow a body line like this, so I'll line up this straight edge with that straight edge.
Hey, don't forget, measure twice.
I measure like fucking 5 times. It's like $1,000 hood and I'm just cutting holes in it.
Done and dusted.
So this car sat for a couple of years in storage. This was built by us 5 years ago, something like that. So we're just doing a, kind of once over, checking for any problems, any leaks, doing a full service on it. Spark plugs, oil, coolant flush, brake fluid flush, alignment. That's got fuel in it that has been sitting for a couple years. When fuel sits for a couple years, especially race fuel, stuff like that, you get build up in the lines, different things like that, sediment in the tank. So we just want to get all of it out, replace it with some fresh stuff. That way, once the refresh is done, you can start his car up and it'll be running nice and clean on clean fuel, and he won't have to worry about anything happening to the engine. As I said earlier, it's important to change the fuel and everything, because if you let it sit for too long, this is what can happen. It builds up some sediment and all of that stuff. Yes, you have your sock on there, but some of that stuff will still go through your fuel system, and you want to clean it all out, and you don't want that running through your injectors. So we're going to replace this guy with a brand new AEM 340, and it'll be good to go.
All right, Jerry, you're almost done with this guy.
Yeah. Just finishing bleeding the cooling system, test drive it, make sure everything's good, and then she's out the door.
How'd it feel on the drive?
It actually felt great. Yeah, alignment's all good. Turbo comes on and you feel that hit and it feels pretty good. Handbrake works great. Yeah, it's ready to go.
Cool.
Hit the track and have some fun. This is a spec Miata build that we have in the shop right now. We did a drop floor pan in the car. Main reason why people do this is if they're very tall. Miatas are a small car, so being a tall person, you want to lower the floor so you can get more headroom, clear the cage, that kind of thing. So yeah, this kit specifically is by Advanced Autosports, and it allows the flare pan to be lowered by approximately 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches, depending on you know, setup, who puts it in, that kind of thing. We went for max height in this to allow, you know, to accommodate a bunch of different drivers. So it gives you a lot more space to not tap the noggin in there.
All right, so this is Carlos from Drift Central's FRS. We've had this chassis for just about over a month now. He's actually done a ton of work on it already, and we're just tasked with doing a lot of the minor fab work and the fitting of the engine and transmission. This car is going to be running the WiseFab FRS V2 kit on here with fuel suspension. We got these coilovers custom order from Odie that we just finished mocking up. Jerry's clearance out a lot of the things that are going to be either in the way or bottlenecks for installing the 2J engine in here. It's just a lot of turbo systems and the downpipe and a lot of that stuff that kind of runs into the original frame support structure of this chassis. So we clearance a lot of that stuff out, so building downpipes and exhaust system is going to be a lot easier, and we braced it up with our own gusset, dimple dyed gusset plates in here, along with that cap on that side over there. We've also mounted the steering column. So this is the plan for this car, is to potentially be a pro spec car. So we're adhering to a lot of the rules that are written in the pro spec rule book. So we're retaining the OEM steering column, which we modified the OEM steering column by removing the electric assist motor, capping it, and then retrofitting the OEM steering column to this aftermarket dash bar. So made a steering column for it, have a seat mocked up, along with this hydro base mount in here, just to kind of see how everything fits together. Carlos is going to be stopping by with the engine package in the next couple of days, so we can get the engine mocked up in here, get him sat in here, and kind of figure out all the ergonomics of everything and get him nice and comfortable.